I'm Charles Boda, and this is your Diz Daily Fix for February 13th, 2018. Yesterday, we shared some announcements that came from the D23 Expo Japan on Sunday night when Chairman of Walt Disney Parks and Resorts, Bob Chapek, took the stage and gave us some insight into upcoming park projects. Among the various timelines and details released, Chapek elaborated a bit on Walt Disney World's upcoming Star Wars Hotel and how it will relate to the new Star Wars Galaxy's Edge land coming to Disney's Hollywood studios. Now, Disney is seeking to push the boundaries of how immersive their resort experiences can be. And in that vein, they've designed the new Star Wars Hotel to connect seamlessly with Galaxy's Edge, making for one unbroken Star Wars storyline experience. Now, Disney says, this first-of-its-kind resort will combine luxury with complete immersion into an authentic Star Wars story. Guest journey through space will start when everyone departs together for a multi-day Star Wars adventure by boarding a starship alive with characters and stories that unfold all around them during a voyage through the galaxy. Now, once at the resort, guests are treated as citizens of the galaxy and may dress the part if they wish. Each room will have a viewing window that looks out into space, and the resort will lead guests directly into Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in Hollywood studios. Now, cost speculation aside, this new dynamic, or rather this natural progression of theme park immersion, could pave the way for a very exciting entertainment future if successful. This country alone is filled with people dressed up in costumes, everywhere from vacant wooded lots to rented convention centers' halls, acting out stories that span all history and media, from wizards to vampires to Civil War soldiers. Storytelling not only entertains us, but it helps us take a breath when the problems of the mundane world get too exhausting. Story living gives us that, but adds a sense of thrill and adventure in an environment where we know we're never truly in danger. And that's why people roleplay, to forget who they are and become part of the story for a while. And Disney and other parks aren't necessary to accomplish this, but by taking this direction with their financial and creative resources, they have the ability to give fans the full-scale experience that they've always wanted, all centered on their ever-expanding pasture of cash cows. And it'll certainly be an upgrade from 8-year-old me jumping from couch to couch with a bread knife lightsaber, and I do still have a scar from that. Now, in the past 2 days, we've covered the domestic announcements, but naturally, the overseas D23 event gave us plenty of news for the international parks as well. Here's some of the upcoming projects you can expect if you're planning on venturing out of our little corner of the world for some Disney globetrotting. Walt Disney Studios Park at Disneyland Paris will be overhauling their rock and roller coaster with a new Marvel theme. Not much is known about the changes, although some very Iron Man-centric concept art was released, and Disney promises the ride will have guests join the Avengers on a high-speed, hyperkinetic adventure. The Disneyland Paris Resort's Hotel New York will open as Disney Hotel New York, The Art of Marvel in 2020. Now, Hong Kong Disneyland isn't getting left out of the Marvel treatment. The park is set to have its own Marvel area in the future, and Chapek released details of an upcoming project that focuses on Ant-Man and the Wasp. The attraction will allow guests to team up with heroes to fight an army of Hydra swarm bots controlled by Arnim Zola. The Tokyo Disney Resort has quite a few additions underway. Tokyo Disneyland's Tomorrowland will be home to the first ever Big Hero 6 attraction, where guests will ride around with Baymax. A new Beauty and the Beast-inspired area will come to Fantasyland, featuring an attraction set to the music of the film, as well as Tokyo Disneyland's first full-scale live entertainment theater. Toontown will be host to a new design studio, where guests can meet Minnie Mouse. And lastly, Tokyo Disney Sea is getting its own version of Soarin'. And 2019, Adventures by Disney will be offering a new Japan adventure, set to open for booking later this spring. Now, the adventure will offer immersive cultural experiences such as visiting temples in Kyoto, learning sword techniques with the master samurai, and exploring the bustling city of Tokyo, and more. Now, for information on that or anything to do with Adventures by Disney, feel free to stop on by dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. And lastly, hit up your friends that still owe you money, because both Walt Disney World Parking and their Minnie Vans service have just seen a price increase, effective immediately. The Minnie Vans service has jumped $5 from $20 to $25. Regular parking increased from $20 to $22, and preferred parking increased from $40 to $45. Now, if, like me, any of you out there are seafood fanatics, and you've always found Walt Disney World's underwater offerings to be a bit hit or miss, today's featured article is a must-read. From Fantastic to Fishy, the seafood of Walt Disney World, by Kate Joseph, catalogs the best and worst dishes from the deep that the parks have to offer. Make sure to check that out today. Now, an interesting discussion is trending on the Disney Resorts forum today concerning bringing a locking device from home to provide extra security in your Disney Resort hotel room. In the thread, posters discuss pros and cons and why it may or may not be allowed. Stop by disboards.com and look for the thread entitled Using a Brought From Home Security Lock that was started by poster Robin752, and join in on that discussion yourself. Join us, as always, at 1 o'clock for the Dis Unplugged Walt Disney World edition, where all the major news, stories, and topics will be discussed. Check that out on disunplugged.com at 1 p.m. today. For the weather today, Orlando will have cloudy skies with a high of 83 and a low of 66. Those in Anaheim will have a partly cloudy day with a much cooler high of 66 and a low of 47. And for information on everything I've mentioned, go to wdwinfo.com/dailyfix. And that will be it for me today. But join us again tomorrow for another installment of your Diz Daily Fix.